Yo, what is up PPL fans, Shoutout here, coach of the Bayern Mewnich, and welcome to the PPL Week 4 team analysis. This week we are up against S3W4 and his Pittsburgh Pyroar. Links to him will be in the description down below. Make sure to check him out. And yeah, S3W4 has been in the PPL since season 1 just like I have. So we battled twice. None of the games I've played well. He played well in both games, more so in the second one. Last season he played really well and I played like absolute garbage. And I lost, so obviously. So I'm gonna look to give him a good game this season and finally give him the game that he deserves, because S3W4 has improved a lot since season 1, and he's now a title contender, and there are no title contenders. You know, I'm the only one, and maybe Sam, but we don't talk about Sam until we play him, which is next week. So yeah, this is an important game because I want to go 4-0. I want to keep up with Sam, whether he wins or not, I don't know. He hasn't played yet. But yeah, I need to keep up my win streak. 4 wins in a row would be the first time I do that in the PPL, and that would be pretty fucking cool. So, with that out of the way, let's get into Slice Draft. It consists of Megalataria, Weavile, Arcanine, Roserade, Bronzong, Hitmontop, Cofagrigus, Sandslash, Hydreigon, and Lantern. Very scary draft. Unlike his drafts from last 2 seasons, which I both thought were that great. He said that well with him, so you know. This draft is very good and very scary. However, it does have a few flaws that I will try to explore with my team. Jesus, mother of burping. And the main one is he lacks reliable recovery on a lot of his defensive mons. While Arcanine does have reliable recovery, it's weak to rocks. So is Megalataria before Mega Evolving. Bronzong doesn't have recovery, Hitmontop doesn't, Cofagrigus doesn't, Sandslash doesn't, and Lantern doesn't. None of these have recovery. And that's good for me, because that's gonna be my plan. Wear his team down to the point where I can just clean up late game and hopefully win this war slowly but surely. And yeah, that's kind of the plan of the week, because as I said, his team doesn't have reliable recovery and I want to explore that. That's like the main weakness he does have. And his 2 spinners aren't scary to my team either, which that's also cool. I mean, Hitmontop is a little bit more scary to the team that I ended up bringing, but I can easily deal with it. And yeah, so this week I got a little bit of help from my buddy Kyle, K22, for not K22, he's not Eden's Blessing, I'm sorry, with building a team. Basically, I had a team built and I was like, yo, Kyle, I'm happy with this team, can you call? He's like, yo, I can call, let's do this. So basically we went over a couple things, changed a few sets, I think like 2-3 sets. And if I lose, it's basically his fault, so that's great for me. And the first mon that we're bringing is our Captain Tiny Blue, the Manaphy. No item, hydration as the ability, Tail Glow, Scald, Energy Ball, and Ice Beam, 12 HP, max special attack, and 244 speed with a timid nature. Now, why am I running no item? Because there is a Weavile and it fucking terrifies me. My draft is decently weak to Weavile, not super weak because I don't have as many things that are straight up weak to its dual stabs. But the majority of my mons can take it very well. You know, P2 can of course chew its hits, but it's an Violet user that doesn't want to chew knockoff. So there's that. So Manaphy as an offensive check, which takes like max 52% I think, from an Adamant Life Orb knockoff, which is not an issue. With my speed tiers on my team, Weavile can run Adamant. It's his fastest mon by far. Next fastest would be Hydreigon at 98, which is what I speed crit with this, by the way. He can run Adamant, and that's very, very scary. If he was Jolly, I could deal with it a little bit better, but he can be Adamant. And if I had an item, he would do like 70%, plus minus, depending on rolls, of course. I think like 75 is the max roll, if I remember correctly. So that's just not fun. I was thinking of leftovers. Of course, leftovers are always great on Manaphy to have, because of the passive recovery that I'll get. However, it just... Weavile, dude, fuck. If you for some reason don't bring Weavile, then hey, this is useless, but hey, you know, he's gonna bring Weavile. So, as Manaphy is basically my late game win condition. It just deals well with this team. Altaria, Weavile, Arcanine, Roserade, Bronzong, Hitmontop, Cofagrigus, Sandslash, Hydreigon, Lantern. I don't know why I said it again, but because it's on screen, but the majority of the things don't appreciate Manaphy's hits, and that's great. I was considering the Fizdef Calm Mind variant with Rest and Rain Dance. However, he does have Roserade, and after doing calcs against Roserade, not fun. And you could also, of course, have the Water Absorb on Lantern, which I don't expect him to bring, just because Thunderous Tea is a threat. In general, you should always prep for Thunderous Key, even though I'm not bringing it. It's very, very good against this team. Not against his team, but in general, against this team, it's kind of meh, which is why I'm not bringing it. So, yeah, that's Manaphy. And the next one that I'm bringing is Duct Tape the Porygon 2. This is one thing I noticed fairly early, is that his team is really weak to offensive Porygon 2. So, we're rocking a Violet Analytic as the ability Tri-Attack, Ice Beam, Shell Ball, and Recover. Max HP, Max Special Attack, Modest, with 4 in Special Defense. This thing 2-hit KOs the majority of his team. There are very few things that don't get 2-hit KO'd. Mega Altaria, if it's fully special defensive, has like a 99.6% chance to get 2-hit KO'd by Analytic Boost Ice Beam, so that's neat. Weavile, that's 2-hit KO'd. Spell of Arcanine, I think, doesn't? Maybe? I don't remember the counts off the top of my head. Yeah, it's been a couple of days since I built the team, but I will calculate that if it comes to it, of course. Roserite doesn't appreciate Ice Beam or Tri-Attack. Bronzer doesn't appreciate the Shadow Ball, but I think if it's Spadef, because it's slower than me, it will take 2. But only thing it can do to me is Toxic Me, which would be annoying, but hey, I can work around that. Hitmontop doesn't appreciate Tri-Attack particularly, though Hitmontop is actually a decent counter to P2, because with this spread, if he's just uninvested Hitmontop, he still 2-hit kills me with close combat. Guaranteed, 50% is the absolute min roll, so that's less than ideal. Kefarius doesn't appreciate Shadow Ball, Sandslash doesn't appreciate anything, but it dies to Ice Beam. Hydreigon doesn't appreciate Ice Beam whatsoever, and Lantern, it can take hits, but it can't do anything to me back, barring Toxic Me. So, yeah, P2 is really, really good. It can punch holds early game, and Clean Up Blade can potentially be a very, very good check to a lot of his things, like Mega Altaria. An emergency check to Weavile, because as I said, I can live any hit relatively well and get off a Tri-Attack, maybe, you know, get some hacks going, or just do a lot of damage, which I'm fine with as well. This gives me a good check to Kefarius, because he can't do much to me. He could, of course, pack the knockoff, which I'm aware of, but if that happens, then it happens. It's not, I'm not going to stay in on Kefarius necessarily unless I can kill it. So yeah, unless I know it doesn't have knockoff. This also can switch into Lantern if I want to. It can live any hit from Hydreigon easily, and KO'd back with Ice Beam off the rocks. And yeah, this is cool. Also, Mega Altaria doesn't 2-hit kill me with any move. I think off the rocks, Adamant, Return might 2-hit kill. It's a roll, or I think, yeah. So there's that. Duct Tape is just good. It's a bulky thing that's going to hit things hard, and he's going to be like, oh, this is offensive. That's less than ideal, and I'm going to be happy. So I'm going to go over Skuntic later. Next thing is Beddington the Seismitoad with the leftovers. Water Absorb as the ability. What was the one? Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about the ones that Kyle had influence on later on. This is still my set. 100% without any influence of Kyle. Leftovers, Water Absorb, I think I already said it. Stealth Rocks, Scald, Sludge Wave, and Earth Power, Max Special Attack, Modest, 148 in HP, 108 Speed. That speed, I think, allows me to outspeed. If I would remember, that'd be great. I don't. I think it's Mega Altaria that speed creeps something on my team. Maybe? God, I should remember this. Maybe it's Unvest Arcanine. One of the two. Fuck. Dude, I should remember this, but I don't. I'm pretty sure it's for Mega Altaria in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, there's that. And the thing is solid. It gives me a counter to Lantern, because last season he brought Scarf Lantern to deal with my Manaphy. He kept that thing and played really, really well with that. So to prevent the thing from just fucking my butt. And the thing just walls it unless he packs HP Grass, which I don't think he will, because I'm pretty sure he wants Ice Beam, he wants Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and Scald. You know, could not have Thunderbolt or Volt Switch, which would be kind of weird, but I can't see why he wouldn't, just because of Seismitoad. And he could also not have Ice Beam to hit Druddigon or to hit Thunderous, because Scald burns are nice on those anyway. So that's that, but I can live any hit, any HP Grass from Lantern unless it's like Specs, and even then it has like a 18% chance to OHKO me. So, you know, that's modest Specs for you. And yeah, Zapdos is just my rock setter. It gets up rocks fairly reliably against this team, because it gives me a good switch into Arcanine, which I don't think he's gonna bring this week, even though it's like his Bay and it's the #1 the MVP rate, which I didn't go over, but anyway, fuck. I don't have it open right now, but I am second on the table, Sam is first, and everyone else is not important. I just don't remember. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. We'll do less next time, hopefully. I'm doing this a little bit in a rush. So yeah. Yeah, Sludge is cool. Sludge Wave 2-hit kills Mega Altaria if it's max HP. Has like a 90% chance to 2-hit kill. If it's Spidef, then I don't, but hey, that's just, like, I can't do much more. I could pack Life Orb, but I really want Leftovers, so the passive recovery. This thing does well against Sandslash. It can live hits from my Dragon, barring like a Life Orb modest Draco, which I hope he doesn't bring, but he's going to, which is just very unfortunate. And yeah, Seven Note is probably the most expendable member. If he doesn't bring Lantern, then it's just kind of there and gets up rocks and it dies, which I'm fine with. This can also potentially beat Hitmontop because I can get Skull Burns, I would speed it. Yeah, that's cool. So, next up, my team is really weak to Hydreigon, really weak to Rosary at this point. And also Megataria is still a threat, so I'm bringing Crobat, Alba, and this thing is my answer to everything. This thing is the most important member on my team. Without Hazard Removal, because spoiler, Skuntank doesn't have it. This could be a real problem, of course. But the plan is to not let him get up rocks, and if he does, I'm going to have to somehow play around it. He only has Spinning as Hazard Removal. Yeah. So he's not going to defog on anything. So that's unfortunate. However, I just need to somehow manage to keep rocks off the field. His rocks are Sandslash and Bronzong. Sanded isn't coming. It doesn't do well against my team whatsoever. I don't know what he would bring it for in particular. And Bronzong is annoying, but I have Taunt on this, and I can live a hit, probably, so that's cool, right? So yeah, Black Sludge, Infiltrator, Taunt, Brave Bird, Roost, and Super Fang, 244 HP, 92 defense, 120 special defense, Careful Nature, and 52 in speed. Speed allows me to outspeed a modest Hydreigon as well as a timid Roserade. No, wait, was it modest Roserade or timid Roserade? I think it was timid Roserade. Jesus, it's been a couple days since I came up with the spread. I am thoroughly sorry. But yeah, this thing is my answer to like everything. It counters Megataria, which again, I don't think he's gonna bring Megataria, just because my team deals with it fairly well. And his he hasn't brought it yet, which of course doesn't mean anything. Which could mean that he's like, oh, I need to bring Megataria one week. He's not gonna do it against me. Like for that reason at least. If he wants to bring it, then he's going to be for other reasons, because he thinks it does well against my team or whatever. Maybe he has a plan that I'm not aware of. So yeah, my headset is slightly falling off, but that's okay. Like I talked how much Crobat is a Mega Altaria counter in Season 1 of the PPL, and he knows that, so he's probably not going to bring it. He can bring Dragon Claw on it, or Draco Meteor, depending on which set he is, which would be kind of annoying, but you know, you gotta deal with it. Dragon Spam is definitely an issue that he could force onto me. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to deal with it. Super Fang again is just for chip damage on his team. As I said, this team doesn't have a lot of recovery. Want to wear it down a little bit with this team and then see how it goes, basically. And yeah, this spread, by the way, lives a timid or modest Scarf, 2 Scarf extrasensories from Roserade, which is great. Because I can switch into Life Orb, I can roost up the damage, or I can scare up with a Brave Bird, or switch into Skuntank, or whatever it may be. And if he's Scarfed, I can live too, and that's great. This also deals with Hydreigon very well, actually. Surprisingly, it will force me to roost every time I come in on Hydreigon, but that's okay. I can live 2 Scarf Dark Bolts, I can live 2 Scarf Dracos, I can live a Life Orb Draco plus a Life Orb Dark Pulse, but I'll roost up on that, so it doesn't even matter. And yeah. If he's timid Hydreigon, he outspeeds me, but you know, I don't think he's going to bring, because like he doesn't have a reason to not bring like a modest or mild or whatever Hydreigon to just fucking wall break the shit out of my team. As you can see, I'm not bringing Romantis. I really wanted to, but Life Orb Flash Cannon, if he's plus special attack nature, has like a very good chance to 2-KO me if I'm not fully Spidef, and even then it has a chance. So that's unfortunate, and I had all the reasons. Like I needed Skuntank and Megalopunch. I need all of these 6 months basically, which is unfortunate. But yeah, Crobat, Super Fang things, Brave Bird things. They had U-turn. I really want U-turn, but it just doesn't work because I need to hit things with Brave Bird. I need to Super Fang things to wear them down. And yeah, Taunt will allow me to beat things like in Mega Altaria. It will prevent Roserade from Steep Powdering stuff, Arcanine from Will-O-Wisping, Hitmontop from Toxicking other stuff, I guess. But it's a Crobat, so he's not going to click Toxic. I don't know. If it's let's say it's a Rest Talk Bulk Up Hitmontop, but hey, I can taunt that. That'd be great. Configurates from being annoying in general. Setting up T-Spikes or Will-O-Wisping shit. Yeah, and Lantern from Heal Belling potentially, which I'm not gonna say on Lantern. So that's that. Now we get into two sets that Kyle had some influence on. The Skuntank set is mine, but I'm just gonna go over Skuntank first. No, I'm gonna go to the low pony first. Yeah, yeah, that's a low pony set. Mega low pony, mine, the Mega low pony with the low pony scrappy as deal with Toxic, Drain Punch, Return, and Fake Out. 76 in attack, Adamant Edge, 252 defense, and 180 speed. That speed allows me to outspeed an Adamant max speed Weavile because he has no reason to bring a Jolly Weavile against my team. Absolutely none. And if you have the ability to bring Adamant Weavile, you're going to because you don't want to lose out on power. So this thing is an additional very decent, very decent check to Weavile. Kyle suggested a bulky like mixed defensive Mega low pony. Did calcs, doesn't work at all. So we're rocking this set. Toxic, of course, is for the Cofagrigus. I was going to run an Adamant set to outspeed Adamant Weavile and just pack Toxic for Cofagrigus, but in the end it comes down to the same thing. I was considering sub-Toxic because if he doesn't pad a coverage move on Cofagrigus, I can sub on the thing and wear it down with Toxic. That would be cool. And yeah, that's that. Basically the thing can take a knockoff plus an Icicle Crash. Yeah, that's cool. And like he doesn't have reason not to click knockoff against my team. Like look at it, nothing wants to take a knockoff. So yeah, this is gonna be my plan on dealing with Weavile. Drain Punch obviously OHKOs it. It has a very small chance to OHKO Hydreigon off the rocks. If he's uninvested, it kills, I think. Jesus, I should know my calcs, but I forgot about them because I just woke up. But yeah, Toxic is gonna be very nice against his team. Once again, wear him down. And Drain Punch for recovery on the things so I can keep it healthy, keep my Weavile check intact. And yeah, it's cool. If I got to get my Mega off as soon as possible, I'll probably lead off with the thing just because I want to get up my Stealth Rocks. Not Stealth, my Mega, so I can check Weavile effectively. I don't think he's anything with inner focus, barring hit top. I think maybe gets it, but like, why would you waste it on top like that? So yeah, that's Mega opening, and now we get into the last set. I had Aromatisse in the slot. I really want Aromatisse so I can play the Wish game, I can play the Aromatherapy game, and I will win by wearing his team down and keeping my team healthy. However, with this Mega Lopunny set, I needed another win con. Something else that can decimate his team, that can do a lot of damage to his team. And yeah, just generally be helpful. Aromatisse doesn't do that. It was like almost fully special defensive, which is cool because he's gonna live a hit from almost everything on his team, barring like Roserade and a offensive Bronzong. I think it does have to be offensive. I don't quite remember, but yeah, basically that it does decently and it does okay damage to his team. But overall, I decided to go with Zebo the Skuntank, and this is a set that I was in the very early stages of planning. I was like, this does work. Jesus Christ, so I'm bringing it. Black Sludge, Aftermath, Acid Spray, Dark Pulse, Sludge Bomb, and Substitute. 140 HP, max special attack modest, and 116 in speed. That speed allows me to outspeed uninvested Hydreigon. He's not gonna bring that, but it allows me to outspeed uninvested Arcanine by a couple points. Hydreigon is very close, was like, just use that as a benchmark. That sounds good. So yeah, here we are. Basically. So yeah, this thing does so much damage to his team. Substitute was Kyle's idea, so shout out to him for that. He was like, you could run Substitute. I was like, oh, that's very cool. I like it. So I just put it on. Other options would be like Play Rough, Hydreigon, and Weavile. Sucker Punch, which also would be kind of cool. And yeah, because priority is neat. And after an Acid Spray, this thing 1 or 2 kills a lot of his team. Which is nice. And if I get a sub on things like Cofagrigus, maybe tries to Will-Wisp me, or I just scare out naturally, then that's very nice. I can S-spray things and then freely hit things hard because it's, the dual step of Skuntank actually does a lot of work to his team. I could pack like a max speed variant to outspeed Altaria, but I just don't think it's worth it, honestly. I want a little bit of bulk on this thing at least, because, you know, Skuntank without any investment isn't the bulkiest guy in the world. And yeah. So that's that. Skuntank actually does a lot of work to his team. I would show you the calcs if I wasn't lazy and still half asleep, and I wouldn't be battling in a couple minutes. I'm actually currently trading my mons while I'm recording because I'm good at this. Time planning and shit. Yeah. So yeah, that's a team for week 4 of the PPL. I'm not as confident about this matchup, but I think I can manage. My team is very specially based, which is also a thing you will notice. If he brings like a Light Screen or like a Calm Mind Bronzong or Cofagrigus, it could be a little annoying. There's always only 2 Calm Mind users though, which I don't think he's going to bring Calm Mind on any of those, because he either doesn't have reliable recovery or he doesn't have something to hit something else on my team, basically. Like, rest talk Calm Mind configuration just doesn't work when I have a Megalopony and a Porygon 2 and a Scott Tank, so like, it's not going to happen. So yeah, with that being said, that's the team for week 4 of the PPL. Let me think. Kyle's links will be switched down below as well, just because he helped me a little bit with these 2 sets. If I lose, it's all his fault for making me not bring Romatis or a normal Megalopony set. We'll see. And yeah, time to think. And yeah, also check out Slaro. He's a cool dude. Links down below. And yeah, that's a long team builder. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. I will appreciate all 3 of those, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.